Hi there, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today I'm going to talk about 3 mind shift changes I've made at 45. Let's dive in. Okay, so I was reflecting the other day about how different I am in my 40s. I'm now 45 to what I was like when I was 35, and the kind of different changes and mindset shifts that I've experienced as I've grown older, had kids, and got more experience as a business owner and had more success. And the 40s has been a really challenging time, really, when I look back at it as my kids are growing up and life, they talk about midlife crisis and all that type of stuff. There's definitely, it's been tough in a lot of ways, right? And I have to say that as I have kind of matured a little bit, there's definitely things that I think have changed in the way that I kind of handle myself and the way that I approach my business and my life and all that type of stuff. Whether or not you're interested in that, then I guess that's up to you. But there's 3 things that I thought I'd like to share with you that I am doing a little bit differently now. And so I might as well just dive in. The first one is to do with leverage. Okay, so for me in my 30s, I was all about the kind of hustle. It was particularly around kind of buying property. I think I went from, in my 20s and 30s, from owning no property to having 7 or 8 different kind of buy-to-let properties. And I had a place in France and places all over the UK. And what I would do, which was stupid in hindsight, is kind of like, I was able to get a deposit together, and I put that down, and then the prices went up a little bit and I leveraged that and I took it out and put it into another property. And, I've managed to hold on to them all. I think I've let go of a couple, but in hindsight, it creates a very distressing and stressful environment because you're always worried about what would happen if the rent stopped coming in or interest rates went up or whatever that is, right? And when I kind of have a look at that situation, and a lot of you might not be into property or you might not have done that type of stuff, but it could be that you've borrowed money or you've got a more expensive car than you would like. And what usually happens is, for me, you've got this kind of like this stress or this kind of area of your life that is not really, doesn't sit well with you. And it's always kind of hanging over you, right? And when that's hanging over you, it means, in my opinion, you start getting blocked from the good stuff coming in, okay? If you think about 100% of your attention going towards good stuff, and that's if you've got a clear conscience, right? But if you're being blocked by this type of stuff, then you might be missing opportunities because you're always worried, you don't sleep as well. You tend to turn to different things to fix you rather than just focusing now and in the moment. And that was a big thing for me that I've realized in my 40s, is that I don't want all of that leverage. I don't want to be stressed by financial outgoings. And yes, I could probably go and, buy a place in Mallorca, which is a dream of mine, and I'm still looking to do it. But now I want to be able to do that with a lot less stress. And if it's going to take me 10 years in order to do that, or 5 years, or whatever that might be, I'm willing to take that time because I don't want to block myself off from all the opportunities that are happening at the moment. All right. The way I'm looking at it is, if you are in your 30s like I was and you're looking to just kind of hustle, push, it's not always the best thing to do, because you can make bad decisions when you're stressed about the finances and you're over leveraged. Okay. It's better to be able to stay calm and not have to make bad decisions because you need extra money coming in. The second thing that's kind of closely related to this, and it was always something that I really was against doing, and that is to over-insure yourself, okay, in all areas of your life. So for me, I'm married, I have 2 kids, we have a big home with a decent sized mortgage, and I have a business that runs well. And what happens if something happened to me? And what happens if I die? That's gonna really have a big impact on my family, right? Or if I get injured and I can't go to work, or if I get some kind of critical illness, then I won't be able to perform in the business and look after my family. Okay, and there's so many people that are in a similar situation to me, but don't take sorting themselves out with insurance properly. Okay, and seriously, because it does happen a lot, especially as you kind of enter your 50s and you get a little bit older, okay? The worst does happen. All right, so And the same goes for my wife, okay? We're over-insuring her on life and critical illness because we want to be able to have peace of mind. You know how I was talking about being blocked before? When you've got stress hanging over you, that property portfolio, that car that you have to pay off. The same goes for, you know, if you're worried about what happens to you or your family if something bad happens. All right, and if you're able to get rid of that, and get rid of that stress. And again, it's going to open you up to the jet stream of prosperity, I guess, which is, you know, and when I say prosperity, it's not always about money. It's about happiness and being able to be free and present with time with your kids and all that type of stuff. All right. So insurance and, you know, paying that extra $400 or $500 a month or whatever it is to insure my entire family. And I think some of it's a business expense anyway, is an absolute no-brainer because it just frees me up. All right, I think that's really important. All right, and the third thing I'm doing, and you wouldn't catch me doing this in my 30s either, is journaling and writing a lot more. And for me, that is a process which is kind of painful to start with because I hate having like a note folder and writing and kind of moving over to the next page and getting it all messed up and then losing the folder or leaving it somewhere else. So what I've done is I've bought what's called a Remarkable. For those of you who are kind of in our world, my world, you probably would have seen this this device before, but if not, it's an amazing tool. You can kind of click here and then you can go in and it's all kind of locked out towards you and you can just write. There's different types of fonts, there's different types of writing styles. And it's just a really great place for me in the morning to get up and write for probably about half an hour. You know, it could be about my personal life. It could be about what's going on in the business. It could be planning and doing some kind of, you know, decision trees on where I want the business to go or a task or writing tasks or writing notes that I can send to my staff. It's usually a combination between business and personal, but I'm finding there's something magical that happens when you're able to actually put pen to paper. Well, it's not paper in this case, but it certainly feels like it. And it's just really enjoyable. I actually do it in the morning and nighttime now. And I think it really helps add clarity and kind of, it's powerful as well because, you know, if you're writing on the laptop, then a notification from Facebook might pop up or emails. And I'll find myself, because I'm not very good with kind of attention, I'll be checking emails every 10 minutes or whatever, and I just get distracted. But with this thing, I'll get myself a cup of coffee. I'll sit down each morning and I'll just write, and I really enjoy it. And I think it's definitely changing the way I view life, really. So I know that's a big promise, but it is good. It is good thing to implement into your life, I think. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this video today. There's the 3 things that I'm doing that I probably wouldn't have done in my 30s that's really easing the stress and anxiety and opening myself up to kind of more prosperity and opportunity and success and being more present and all that type of good stuff. So I hope you've liked this video today. Give us a thumbs up if you have. Comment below if you've got any questions or suggestions on what else you can do or what I could be doing to help me, or questions about what I'm doing if you're interested in learning more. And lastly, subscribe to our channel so you'll be first to know when we create new videos. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.